Welcome to Horror Haven, a realm where nightmares take form. Tonight, we unveil a tale of malevolent enchantment, Feast of Torment, the Thanksgiving curse. An ancestral home conceals the darkest secrets of a family where betrayal, lost love, regret, guilt, and fear converge into a macabre feast. In the heart of a tranquil, picturesque town, nestled deep within a dense forest, stood an ancestral home that had been passed down through generations. As Thanksgiving approached, the family decided to gather in this historic abode for a feast like no other. The house, though magnificent in its antiquity, held a hidden secret, a curse that had long haunted the family's lineage. On Thanksgiving evening, the family members arrived one by one, each harboring their own secrets and fears, unaware of the twisted fate that awaited them. As they gathered around the dining table, laden with a sumptuous feast, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. The savory aroma filled the room, but it was the dessert, a crimson velvet cake, that drew their attention.
Unbeknownst to them, the cake was a harbinger of doom, a conduit to the darkest fears and hidden sins.
As they sliced into the cake and served themselves, the room grew eerily silent, their faces contorted in horror as they looked down at their plates. The food had transformed into grotesque, nightmarish representations of their deepest fears and guilt-ridden secrets. Eleanor, a woman haunted by the specter of betrayal, gazed down at her plate. The food before her had transformed into a writhing, serpentine creature, its body entangled in a web of deceit. It coiled menacingly, its venomous fangs dripping with treachery. Samuel, consumed by the memory of a lost love, watched in horror as a ghostly figure rose from a pool of blood-red sauce. The spectral hand reached out toward him, its fingers ethereal and cold, eyes filled with longing and sorrow.
I can give you.
Margaret, burdened by a lifetime of regrets, saw her plate covered in shattered glass, each shard reflecting a different regret or missed opportunity. Her own reflection stared back at her, face twisted with remorse. David, haunted by guilt and wrongdoings, looked down to find his plate transformed into a courtroom scene. Miniature judges and lawyers argued over a verdict, with the food items becoming legal documents, each one accusing David of his past transgressions.
I know what you need.
Sophia, gripped by the fear of isolation, saw her plate as a desolate, barren landscape, wilted flowers and gnarled, skeletal trees surrounded a solitary figure in the distance, representing her fear of loneliness, with empty eyes staring back at her. Panic gripped the room as they realized that their own demons had materialized before them. Their unspeakable fears and guilt-ridden secrets incarnate. They tried to escape, to flee from the twisted feast, but the doors and windows were sealed shut by an unseen force, trapping them within the nightmare. With each passing moment, the room became a cacophony of torment, as the grotesque manifestations whispered their taunts and accusations. In their darkest hour, they understood that their only hope lay in confronting their fears and secrets head-on. Through tear-filled confessions and painful admissions, they gradually reclaim their humanity and, with it, their power. As the last confession left their lips, the nightmarish illusions faded away, and the room returned to normal. Thanksgiving in the ancestral home had become a night of reckoning, a terrifying ordeal that forced the family to confront their own demons and find redemption in the midst of the macabre. If you've dared to confront your own inner demons with us, consider subscribing and ringing that bell to stay tuned for more spine-tingling stories and eerie journeys that await you in the shadows. Remember, in the world of horror, the line between reality and nightmares often blurs, and within that ambiguity lies the essence of true terror. Until next time, dear travelers of the unknown, may your nights be restless and your nightmares enlightening.